What's up, YouTube? This is Radio Station here. On this edition of Anime Reactions, we're going to react to the 8th episode of the 3rd season of Golden Kamuy. Alright, so we're just going to head into this episode 8. We compare Okata to a bobcat, or aka a mountain cat in that area. And the bobcat's, footprints are following the same way that Arispa's group is going. So, foreshadowing much? The world building is still alright. The story itself is just and that's why it hasn't been really high. This Golden Kamuy hasn't really been high for me. So I was supposed to be doing this, get out this earlier, but apparently this video has problems starting up until I intentionally skip forward, and oh man, it's been just aggravating. Like, it keeps doing that, so I just kept it out. So let's see if this if it can actually be good to me this time. Like, please be nice to me here. Alright, so starting in 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Starting to build that big ass map. The pieces starting to come together finally. True? Flashback. This is my dialogue. Well, not yet. Oh, he did figure out, but he ain't telling nobody. Alright, so what's this adventure? Oh boy, the bold. Oh boy, the ox dude. Why is this man such a Chad? Why they both Chads? Ah, shit. Sorry. I think something got in my eye. I have to tough it out here. I'm not gonna bother doing re-recording shit. Looks like we're gonna get an episode dedicated to these guys. I know. Oh. Sorry, like I thought I was about to sneeze. I'm still trying to. It's still just a miracle how this man has a freaking just. So is this is another one of these wobbling one-off cases? It's cool and all. Did you notice like this is kind of how the formula is with Golden Cowboy nowadays? Like just kind of like every episode is a one-off thing. There's like a one-off thing, but it somehow connects. Though not as significantly as I would like it to, because like we get this thing, this part of it, and then like you most of the time we'll never see characters like that again. Like it's just like, oh, okay. And then you kind of wonder about how significant it will be to the overarching. Since this isn't an episodic sort of storytelling, it does feel off. You know, that sort of little that other format they're going with. I guess it's with the character with a bunch of these introduced characters that look like they're supposed to be important, and then all of a sudden they're just kind of you know side. Just my take though. Not all that bad, but it's just like okay, that's so we're done here. At least it does connect to a previous point. Back to it somewhat. Just not as much as I would like it to. But it's fine. It's fine for now. I'm not gonna act like I'm an expert with like what's more painful way of dying because it's gonna end up the either way. But I will say I'd rather have. Actually, I don't know either, man. I don't. I don't want to. It's a touchy subject, death. Want me to take it somewhere? Oh, he's just so they don't have to be like a daycare center. Right there. Oh, I'd believe he was a former manslayer. He has that sort of air to it, like he's done some shit in the past. Even if you don't know him, and there's the tattoos. Here's another key. Uh, someone gonna save him? Oh, nope. He's just gonna do that. Hopefully, he hasn't lost his touch. Ow. Just ow. Yeah, this man can still move. He's fine. Don't underestimate old Gramps. Oh, it's a headshot. Why is this? I just there's something about this part where how he envisions things is just like is he like playing a fucking video game or something? What was his? Oh, okay. So he's just pitching stuff based on his previous on like people he previously known. Well, oh, okay. That's one, two, three headshots. Nice. So when he can, so I'm thinking if he can imagine himself doing in this setup, this him still being young, and them still being enemies and whatnot, and people based on what he remembers, based on the experiences past when he was young, he can still move. So I'm not sure what's there, but I'm pretty sure Toshio was someone he knew before. If I'm wrong, then I'm sorry. Something about him that makes me feel I don't want to say bad for him, but more like you know what? I actually do feel kind of bad for him. That's how he's just kind of caught up with his own sort of delusions that he's still young. Or what's a better term to say this? He's acting based on a replaying of his own of of his own past. So I don't know. I don't know a better way to term it. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know a better way to paraphrase it. Mm-hmm. Okay, they don't. Yeah, they know each other. Then let me put you out of your misery. Then it's the best if a former friend, I guess, could do. I wish you could have heard the sword slashing, like the slashing of the flesh. Like I wish you could have that sound effect. We just added more. I That's a good way to think about it. Ainu means human. In fact, I think that's what it really means. Oh God, those lips. What the hell? What kind of lipstick did you use? Hmm. He's still young. He's still he's still very limber and very Very, very lively as an old man. Wow, shooting a whale, killing a blue whale with a sniper. That's a first. Wouldn't whale meat be? Oh, the unko. Miso, aka times unko. Treat this like a specialty because meat from also Hina. There you go. Yes, he did. That's a first. That's also a first. It's like what? Mm-hmm. True. The chaos, taking advantage of the chaos always helps. Well, not always helps. It often helps. Oh yeah. How are they gonna carry this out? Oh. Sorry, I'm trying to clear my ears were sort of a bit stuffy there. But yeah, we go on a one-off sort of story that involves Toshizo, although not as much as I'd like it to. But it was a kind of like a little bit of a basis of uh, living a long life probably isn't the best thing after all, because when you've outlived your initial purpose or job in life, you're just sitting there living as an old geezer, just like, what am I still doing here? That's what I think. That's what I would be thinking. But then again, like, I haven't reached that point in life yet, so I cannot say it, and I hesitate to really think about it. I mean, I will have to, depending on how shit or how lucky I am in life later on. I mean, I I will have to, when the when I really do have to think about it, like, I I will have to consider things, because just like, his purpose is just, he's just kind of outlived, like, he's just basically been tossed aside, like, this Yoshizo guy is just like basically no longer needed, and Yoshizo just, as someone he's formerly associated with, just put him out of his misery, basically. Like, he's just like, what is he still doing here? And then you get the backstory regarding there isn't, so unfortunately for this one, I wasn't feeling it that much, even though it was connected to, again, the antagonist, and I still like how construct. I still like how the antagonists are in this series because they're morally ambiguous. Like you don't know if they're truly that evil or not. Because their intentions are so mixed because they have something while they are pretty scummy, there are like parts of their backstory just like, oh, there is something good to them. So you're just like, who do you by default you want to cheer for Sugimoto or Arasuba to succeed, but at the same time just like who am I supposed to really root for to get to reach to reach whatever treasure is gonna be there? And the manga's still going on. So there's still more things to do. I frankly like if I want to read the manga right now, I don't know if I really want to start from the beginning. I mean, everyone would just be like, "Oh, it's worth it if you start all over from the beginning," but it depends on how much I want to be invested. Because in anime form, I still wasn't really invested with the overarching story as I'd like to be. I guess it's because of how like it wants to stretch things in terms of that. I know it's something like a pretty much a wild, like it's not a goose chase, but it's just kind of like finding the keys to finding the keys. Seeing the tattoos and all, but it kind of just has me a little tuned. It kind like there's some of these episodes, like the funny ones, they'll be fine because they're funny. But then just like some of these other episodes are like they're supposed to be good on paper, but they have me tuned out at times mentally. And I'm not. It's not because it's bad. It's just more like I wasn't really feeling it because I didn't feel like it pertained back to the main story as much as I would like to. Like I know I don't want immediate. Like I know I shouldn't be pressing for quick gratification. But there comes a time just like, okay, can you make it straight? Where are we gonna go with? Can you make it a little bit more crystal clear where we're gonna go with this? But it'll figure out. I mean, I guess the author is still trying to figure it out at this point. That's why he is extending it. But at the same time, I mean, it is loosely has some loose historical, very 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 not very loose, not extremely loose, but kind of loose for the sake of this for a more novel story, I guess. But I'm not sure. I frankly just forgot what else I was going to add to that. Um, Maybe this is why I'm not getting like because I always keep forgetting what the hell I'm going to say because I usually would break down every single detail of the episode, but nowadays it's just like how much do I really want to go deep into things because we at least I mean we have Ogata being part of the Hina Hina culture. Well, that's a first. I will say that I know it's possible to snipe a beluga whale and kill a small whale like that and kill it, but I've never seen it regularly being a thing. Like you usually kill a whale with a harpoon. With large whales, you use an explosive one, I guess, or you just or like well in the modern days, like nowadays, like back then, you probably have to just make it bleed out as much as possible. Like that usually goes faster when you start smacking at its throwing it at its head, you know because of course a lot of damage to the head is gonna kill someone a lot more quickly. um so Arsiba Ars so apparently the tattoos, what the puzzle when they put together, there's not meant to be something that a genius is supposed to decipher, but what Arspa herself can decipher because she mentions that her clan doesn't don't necessarily use written language. So whatever is going to be just drawn on is going to be understandable because of what they were told, or what it hints at, a symbol or something. Not something of a written language. Now I'm not so sure how exactly is it gonna be translated. Like I put parentheses because it says no written language, but everyone seems to have an idea. So to end off, apparently they're now going to have to free someone named Sophia, who was a prisoner there. When I'm pretty sure, and I think he or she, because I don't want to be too sure, that probably has tattoos as well, and is another key, and is another piece of the puzzle. And how they're gonna raid? They're gonna take advantage of the chaos of releasing 250 prisoners. They have to, and by doing that, they're gonna use explosives to just kind of cause mayhem. And now it's just a matter of waiting. How it's gonna succeed or not is gonna determine, is more likely gonna deter is, well, I'm pretty sure they're gonna succeed, but maybe with some hitches here and there. Like maybe something there's a catch to it, like something happens. It's usually how it goes. I mean, I don't expect a big old plot twist in any ways. It's one of those. It's one of those upcoming stuff where I don't expect a huge plot twist. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. We'll see. We'll see next week. But yeah, it's gonna do it for episode 8 of Golden Kamuy. So like, share, subscribe, and follow me on other social media platforms. You can also join my Discord server. You also support me on Patreon. But that's gonna do it for this edition of Anime Reactions. So until then, this is Real Station signing off. So until then, see you next time.